Ich habe mir die letzten 2 Juice geklaut.
Hello zusammen. So I'm sorry that I've been so absent recently. I really thought I was going to be able to record a video every week, but so far I've been traveling every weekend and then work. I don't get home until like 7:30 and I leave at 7:30 in the morning, so it's a very long day for me. But I'm back for my second video here. It is now week 4 in Germany and I am still loving life in Germany. So far, like I said, the living in Germany is awesome. Work has probably not been my most favorite part, but I'm so excited that I've met so many new people. But my favorite parts are the weekends when we get to travel. So since last time I spoke to you guys, I went to Munich with some of my friends from back home. I went skiing just around here. It was like a 2-hour train ride. And then I also went to Berlin last weekend, and then we're going to Freiburg this coming weekend. So we've done a lot, and I've been having so much fun. And yeah, so this video, I'm sorry, it's going to be kind of like a random rambles video again because I always have like weird things to talk about. But the first thing I guess that I'll just jump right into, and everything will link down in the description box again, so if you don't want to hear all of it and if you want to see what I'm going to talk about, then you can see that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is my bus pass. So last time I told you guys I got this bus pass when I went to the VAG at the Hauptbahnhof in Nuremberg. And I realized after my coworker told me that my bus pass is good for all transportation from those 2 zones. So anytime you get a bus pass, you can use it for the train, the bus, anything that goes within those regions. So I thought that that was very helpful. And it also is good for my student discount tickets. Another big thing that I've been having a problem with that I try not to complain about, but I complain all the time, is my freaking washing dryer machine. I don't know what is wrong, and if I'm able to, I'm going to insert some clips here of what my clothes look like when they come out of the washer and dryer. They're stiff, and they stay in position. And I've tried everything. I got Tide Pods, right? So I washed with Tide Pods, and I didn't use fabric softener. So then I thought that was the issue. So I tried just re-washing them just with water, still stiff, didn't even dry them. Then I tried washing them with fabric softener, still didn't work. So all of my sweaters and everything are ruined. They're stiff. My shirt will I'll put it on and it'll hold its position around my body. Can't wear my underwear. It's so stiff. My socks are stiff. It's so uncomfortable. I don't know what the dealio is, but it's very frustrating. And yet again, like I told you guys, my washer dryer takes 9 hours to even come out remotely not sopping wet. So I have to hang dry all of my stuff. But even then, it's my floor is covered in water. So yeah, I texted my landlord for anyone who's going to tell me to do that. I have done that. Just waiting to see what the issue there is, but it's very frustrating. So there's that. All right, if anyone thinks I'm exaggerating about how bad this washing machine is, I hung this up to dry, right? It stays in position. That's how stiff this. Do you want more examples? Stays in place. Stays in place. Stays in place. Stiff. Ooh, look at that. That's a good one. My washer sucks. Another thing that is also kind of frustrating is living in this apartment is that I don't have anywhere to drop off packages. So I have 2 sets of doors right now, and then I have a mailbox all the way around the corner, and it's only big enough to take letters. So anytime I get packages, it goes to the tier arts here or to my neighbor. But like I said, I leave at 7:30 in the morning because my bus comes at 7:24, and then I don't get home until at least 7:30, guys. Right now it's 7:35. I'm recording this. I just got home, just went grocery shopping. So the tier arts, I think, opens at 8 and it closes at 6, and I have not once yet been here for that. And I'm not even here on the weekends, which is really frustrating when I'm traveling. So I ordered a pair of sandals for $12 4 weeks ago, one of my first couple days here, and I still have not been able to get them. So I'm hoping that tomorrow, because I have to go in early, that I'm going to get to leave early. So we'll see, but that's slightly frustrating. I guess to talk about some of the traveling I've done. So when we went to Munich, one of my highlights was seeing the Nymphenburg Palace or the Nymphenburg Schloss. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. My neck hurt a little bit from looking up like this the whole time, but the ceilings are painted beautifully, and I think it was maybe €8 to go in, and you just get to walk around it. And then I think we want to go back in the spring because obviously there are miles and miles of gardens around, and it just looked so nice, and I highly recommend doing that. And then I went skiing. I I don't know the exact location. I'll link it down below if I can find it. I think it's like Austin something, but it was actually super cheap, and I have never been skiing. I went snowboarding once, like 7 years ago. I don't even know. And so skiing, I was a little bit apprehensive about, but the train ticket there and back, which it was like a 2 hour ride both ways, was $10, and you buy them as a pair. So two people buy one ticket for 20 euros. So we split it, $10 each, euros each, whatever. Just so you guys know, I call everything here dollars, even though I know it's euros, but I've been made fun of it at the office, but I just can't get used to it yet. It's all the same to me. So the ski rentals then were 23 euros, I want to say, and the ski lift was 17 euros, so it was really, really cheap. And I went with all of my friends from work, and we went down the bunny hill twice, and I learned how to ski. And then me and my friend were in the ski lift, who he had also never skied before. And the whole time, like, I was freaking out about the ski lift because I didn't want it to stop, and I was really afraid about getting on it, and like it just kept going and going and going. And my friend was freaking out about the height of the mountain. I was like, no, it's fine. We're going to get there, and it's going to be fine. We're going to go down. And then when we finally get off the ski lift and we're on the hill, this hill, I kid you not, was like, meow. And I was so scared. Like, I had never skied before, and so like everyone was like, you really have to be careful because, you know, there are no like nets or fences along the edge, and if you go, like, you're gonna go and hit a tree. So granted, I was very sore the next day. Like, I got really good at being able to get myself up quickly using my arms, but the first time was the struggle, honestly, to get down. And we went down it 4 times, and by the 4th time I did not fall once. So yay me. It was pretty awesome. And it was a big hill. I think they said it was like 2 kilometers or something. I don't know. For me, it was a lot, but it was so much fun. And then this past weekend, my friends and I from back home, we went to Berlin, and that was really fun. My highlight, besides some strange murals we saw, my highlight of the whole trip, I think, was going to I think it's the Deutsches Spionage Museum. It's like the German spy museum, and that was awesome. I thought that was super cool. And yeah, I guess another thing to talk about based off of that is all the different modes of transportation I have used thus far. So as you know, I've gotten pretty good at using the bus and the train. And then this time I tried using Flixbus to get to Berlin, and it was I think it was like a 5.5 hour bus ride there, and then a 5.5 hour bus ride back, and it cost me $40, 40 euros. So it was really cheap. On the way there, I had my own seat. It was super nice. They have a charger. They have Wi-Fi. Supposedly, like, the Wi-Fi kind of sucks, but whatever. And then on the way back, I reserved a seat by the window because it was only $1. And of course, this lady had her stuff on the seat, and then like I was squished the whole time, and it really sucked. I was really ready to get off that one. And so this weekend, I was trying to utilize Blablacar because that's another really good thing to use, and it was only 20 euros from Nuremberg to Freiburg. And I think it was like a 4.5 hour, 5 hour drive. But me being me, I'm really apprehensive about using it. Being a woman, I know that it's safer here in Germany, but it still freaks me out a little bit riding with like older men, I don't know, in a place I don't know. So I found someone I felt comfortable riding there with, and I know you can check and see how many passengers they have, and they have ratings and everything. But then on the way back, everybody looked, I don't know, a little skeptical. I didn't really feel comfortable. So instead of trying to piece together, like, taking the Blablacar there and Flixbusing back, which was going to be an 8-hour Flixbus. So I honestly just decided to pay for the train, which was 100 euros, and that's the most I paid, but it was only like a 4-hour trip there and back, and I don't have very many transfers, and for me, it was worth it this time. But I do hope to update you guys on my Blablacar experience when that does happen, because I definitely want to try that sometime. Oh yeah, so when everyone talks about trains being on time and everything, yeah, it's great, but the buses do not come on time. That is for sure. So my bus from here to Erlangen is always like 5 minutes late, and thankfully the 293, which is the bus I take to work, is also late, so I get on the earlier one and it's fine. But some days you just miss it, and then you have to wait another 20 minutes for the next bus to come. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I had, no joke, I'm not being dramatic, it was the worst day of my entire life last Thursday. It was terrible. So here goes my little rant. So at work we had this little convention thing where all of the CEOs and higher ups came in and we had to like put on an event and we were like serving coffee and doing all this stuff. So I already was not too excited about what we were doing, but we also had to be there at 7 a.m., which is fine and good, for everyone who lives in Erlangen. But for me, living in Haraldsburg, it's really only a 20-minute drive to Erlangen. But I mean, then it would probably be 10 more minutes at least to get to my work because it's further south in Erlangen. But anyways, my earliest bus doesn't come until 6:39. So I was waking up at 5 o'clock both days and then taking the 6:39 bus. And then I took the 293 the first day, which adds like another half hour. So I still wasn't getting it to work until 8:15 anyways, which was really frustrating. That was an hour and 15 minutes late. And then the next day, worst day ever, I decided to get off a couple stops after the stop I normally get off because there's a bus that has a more direct route instead of going all around the city again on the second bus I take. So I was like, okay, I'll do this. It's going to work. I saw the time. It was coming. Perfect, right? Well, it's also prime time for all these kids to be going to school, so I'm waiting to get on the bus, and everyone hoards on the bus. And so I'm from Columbus, and if you've ever been to Boom and you've tried to ride the buses back home, that is what it is like a lot of the time. These buses are jam-packed. Like, I'm telling you, there's at least 100 people on these buses. So all these kids are swarming on the bus. I'm trying to get on. There's literally nowhere to go that the doors won't close. So I'm trying to get in the second door, and like someone kind of like falls and pushes me off, so then I like fall back and I take a step back, and the bike lane, which you gotta remember is mostly on the right side, but it was on the left side now. This biker was literally biking right next to the freaking bus, and he like ran right into me, and it hurt really bad, and I still said sorry because I'm that girl. I'm the girl who always says sorry. Literally every time I open the door, say sorry. Pass by you, say sorry. Do nothing and say sorry. Like, it's so annoying, and I need to work on it. But anyways, this biker runs into me, not my fault at all. Like, he could have been biking, a foot on the other side because it's a heavily populated bus stop, and he sees people getting on and off. Like, there are buses right there, so I just thought it was kind of rude. Like, I understand that bikers get priority and everything, but I mean, it was obvious that people were getting on this bus. So that pissed me off. And then I run to the front of the bus to try to get on. And so on the buses, there are two lanes. So there's like the right side is where you go to pay, and the left side is if you have a bus pass or if you have like a mobile pass already. So the thing was so full I couldn't even get on. So then I try to get on the right side and just like hang on, and the bus driver shuts the door right in my face and then drives away. So at this point, I honestly was ready to cry. I was like standing there holding back tears like, Bianca, don't do it. Bianca, don't do it. And I was like, well, this is a rough start to the day. So then I wait 20 more minutes and take the bus, get to work, and then I get yelled at for being late, even though I had informed everybody else that I was going to be late. So that, it was awful. I wanted to go home so bad. So anyways, the buses here are not the same as the trains. The trains, are always on time, but the buses, vary from 5 to, 18 minutes. I had another time 2 weeks ago where there was an accident, and I had no idea what the bus driver was saying because I know basic German and certain vocab I can pick out, but there's also a different accent in Bayern, and so he's talking on the microphone too, and it's like, so I can't hear. Even if he was speaking English, I have no idea what he's saying. And then he's speaking German and has this accent that I'm not familiar with. So I was freaking out because the bus starts turning around and starts going back to Haraldsburg after we had gotten halfway to Erlangen. And I was like, oh my God. And we had a meeting that day too. So again, it was another really inconvenient time for me. But thankfully, I asked the girls behind me if they spoke English, and she said, yeah. And then they explained to me that there was an accident. We were going to have to go around. And it was going to take an extra half hour, 40 minutes. But, I mean, at that point, it is what it is. But, yeah, I don't know. The buses are great for inner city transportation. But for my situation, I do not recommend, planning on taking a bus from one city to another if you have a tight time crunch. Because it's pretty inconvenient. Okay, I'm going to talk about some of my favorite things. I know I told you guys how I really like those chai tea lattes that you're actually supposed to put them in a machine. But it's like a K-cup. So for me, I just rip the foil off, put it in the cup, and add water because I can do that myself. Yes, they're $5, but they are so good, and I think you get 8 of them. And I've tried other chai tea things here that are $1, $2, and they're really gross, and I hate them. So I still highly recommend those. And these are my most favorite chips. I love them so much. They are so good. I highly recommend. You can buy them at most grocery stores. I got them at Kaufland and at Edeka. You might be able to get them at Aldi, but I haven't seen them there yet. But I also haven't really looked, but they're so good. Oh, another thing I'm going to show you guys. These are called multivitamins. And my boyfriend and I have been having a debate because every day I tell him I take my vitamins because the package literally says multivitamins, right? They come in orange and lemon. And I will tell you, there's vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin B6, and vitamin B12, and probably some other stuff. And also, there's really not that much sugar in them. There's 62 grams of sugar for 100 grams of these, and there's only 400 grams in here. So, you might say that's a lot of sugar, but I justify it as it's vitamins. And I love them. They're so good. They're hard candies, and then they're gooey on the inside. My mom accidentally got me some the first day she was here, and they were like Starburst, and I really didn't like them. They were all chewy, and I'm not a fan of chewy candy like that. Oh yeah, also, I'm currently trying to figure out how to send mail back to the US. I'm someone who likes to stay in their comfort zone for certain things when it comes to interactions, so trying to figure out this mail has been a lot of Googling and asking my friends because I want to like have things prepared when I go to the post office that I don't sound totally stupid. But I bought some international stamps off my friend. I think they were 90 cents each. And when I Googled it, it told me that I had to put my address at the top left, which is normal. But then instead of putting the receiver's address in the middle like we do in the United States, it said to put it on the bottom right. But I just want to make sure that that was not false and that I'm going to check it with somebody at the post office because I would hate to, well, it's one envelope, whatever. It's not that big of a deal, but I would prefer to do it correctly the first time. Okay, another thing is they have so many cute sneakers here for so cheap. Like New Balances, right? So back home, those are like the new thing. Well, they have a ton of really cute shoes that look like knockoff New Balances here for like 30 euros, and it's awesome. Some of my favorite stores, which I will link below because for me, I love shopping. So coming here, I wanted to know like all the good places to go. So a Walmart clothes-wise equivalent would be C&A. I love C&A. I got some snow pants there for like $23, I'm pretty sure, and a sweatshirt for like $6. Gloves for $10. Like it's basically like the Walmart of clothes here, and I love it. Highly recommend. Colloseum is another store I like. It's super cheap. I really wanted to buy this camo coat with fake fur, and like fake fur lining on the inside, and I didn't, and it was only 30 euros, and I highly regret it because it's now not there anymore. What else? Oh, Bershka. I'll link it below. But I bought some sandals that I still haven't seen yet. But they have really cute things, and they're all really cheap, so I really like looking on their website as well. And I'm trying to think. I don't know. One thing I've been really disappointed in personally is everything that's in writing on shirts here is in English. And I was really hoping to buy some shirts like in German because everyone knows English here, but they all speak German. And so I wanted to buy like, even if it says something silly, like all of the shirts, in English say stupid things like not your babe or, not today, whatever. Even if it said that in German, I would be so excited. But literally nothing here is written in German, which is really sad. And I'm sure if I wanted something in German, I could go to like a little boutique and spend a lot more money. But I was hoping like even the H&M here would maybe have, shirts in German. But no, everything is in English. So that's kind of a bummer. Oh, Mango. Sorry, that was another store. I'll link that below as well. But Mango is another store I like. And I got some really cute white sneakers for, 20 euros? They're cute. All right, well, this video is slightly shorter, not that much, but I just wanted to give you guys a little update about what's going on here. And if you guys have questions, I would be so happy to answer them. Give you an apartment tour. I know I haven't done that yet, but I don't know if you guys actually want to see that or not. I'm going to try to be more consistent. Like I said, it's just hard because I get home so late and I pretty much instantly shower, make dinner, and then get into bed. That's what I do. And then because I try to go to bed because I always FaceTime my boyfriend at 11:30, 12 at night because we're 6 hours ahead here and that's when he gets off work. So I try to go to bed sooner so I can take a little nap and then FaceTime and then take another 4-hour nap before I have to go to work. But yeah, I'm really going to try to stay up to date on this stuff. And like I said, we're going to Freiburg this coming weekend. The weekend after, I think we're going to Budapest possibly. We're hoping to go to the Netherlands and Amsterdam. We definitely want to go to Italy. Santorini is the one place I personally really want to go. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Like I said, if there's anything you want to know, please, please, please let me know. I was just so excited that anybody was even commenting on these videos or watching them. I really just hope it helps somebody, and if not, it's entertaining to hear my terrible German. So, all right. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Schönes Abend.